We're entering the area now in the crosshairs of Russia's territorial ambitions, the heart of the Donbass region in eastern Ukraine. It's here that the Russians are now focusing, and where there's evidence of fresh attacks all along our route. As we travel in, we see reinforcements arriving all the time as the Ukrainians send extra troops and military hardware to fight the Russians off. This is one of the latest hits. In the past 24 hours, the Russians have hit a volley of strikes in towns like Bakhmut in eastern Ukraine, and just 30 kilometers down that road is newly captured Russian territory as they're trying to claim more and more land in the Donbass region. But the Russian bombs are finding new targets every day. The towns around here are being hit day and night. The targets in the center of heavily built-up residential areas. This was a factory providing heating for around 10,000 people in the district. There are a number killed in this attack, amongst them a soldier, and others who had a narrow escape.
My friend.
This soldier was in the middle of sending an audio note to his friend when the explosion happened. Oh my gosh. You were lucky. You were very lucky.
3 meters.
It was a few hundred meters away, he tells us. Minutes afterwards, he's filming himself with the smoke behind him to the same friend. What do you think the Russians are trying to do with these attacks? They're targeting civilians, he says. They're just trying to make civilians panic. The Ukrainian successes in fighting off the Russians from Kyiv and Kharkiv has meant the invaders have upped the tempo with increased savagery to try to wrestle control of Donbass. They haven't counted on the people here. They may capture territory, but they can't make us Ukrainians their slaves, Anatoly tells us. We'll never sing to the Russian tune. It's impossible, just impossible. The residents clear up their shattered homes with a battle-hardened weariness now. They've endured nearly 3 months of this trauma and turmoil. Why should I be afraid, she says. I just don't want the things landing in my house, and I don't want them to hit people. But people are dying, and families are suffering terribly. Every person who dies at home in their town or on the battlefield in Donbass, like Yuri, leaves behind broken-hearted relatives. Yuri was 32 years old. Among the mourners is his 13-year-old daughter, Darina, and his mother, Alina. Another family utterly devastated by this war. So many of his friends turned out for his send-off. And saying goodbye never gets any easier. I want to hug you just one more time, she's crying. Mothers aren't meant to bury their children. Fellow soldiers try to give him the respect they feel a fallen comrade deserves. They know there's a chance they'll face the same fate, but they'll leave here to continue defending Donbass anyway. And to those who loved him and will miss him, Yuri dies a hero. Is it worth it? No, Alina says. No, it's not worth his death, because my child is gone. Just suddenly my child's gone, and I'm so sad. But he died a hero, she goes on, and I'm proud of him for that. Russia may have scaled down its military ambitions. The tactics and focus may have altered, but for those still being killed and terrorized, it doesn't feel much different. Alex Crawford, Sky News in the Donbass region, Ukraine.